Now, how do we open the Excel document with openpy.excel module? Okay. So first thing is you got to make sure whether this module is available in your Python. If this module is not available in your Python, as I mentioned to you people earlier in my previous class, so you need to just go to the Anaconda prompt, okay, and then run the pip command. Pip install openpy.excel. So it will automatically search this module from the internet and it gets installed to your system. So what you all need to do is not the normal command prompt, you have to go to the Anaconda command prompt. So just I'll show you. So Anaconda prompt, okay, just go here. Okay, it's taking some time. Okay, so open Anaconda prompt and then just say the command pip openpy excel install. It will install the module. So I have already installed it. I don't go for installing it again. And I'll just show you here. I'll just go for importing directly. Import openpy excel. So if I press enter, if it is imported successfully without any error, that means the module already exists in my Python. It is importing. It's still importing. Okay, see the Anaconda prompt has opened. So here you got to run the command pip install openpy excel. So it will download. Okay, now let me close this. Yeah, see, now it got imported. So I think it depends on the size of the module as well. So maybe this module is little bigger, so it has taken so much of time for importing. Okay, so that means in my Python the openpy excel module is already available. Okay, now how do you open the Excel document? So first, before opening the Excel document, you have to understand the organization of the Excel document. So within the Excel document, we have something called as a workbook. First, what you create is a workbook. Let me show you by creating a new Excel. Taking so much of time to create simple Excel. Okay, so let me name this as workbook. Let me give lowercase because I have to use these names in my program. So if I use uppercase and smaller case, it will be difficult. Workbook 1, let me give. so this is killing me. Okay, I have created now, and inside if I open this, so this is a book, and inside this you can have multiple sheets. So you have say sheet 1, and you can go for adding any number of sheets, and even you can also go for renaming these sheets. And again, each sheet has rows and columns. Okay, and every row is given the number. Okay, so this cell is identified as A1, and this cell is identified as B1. This is C1, D1, E1, and this is A2, B2, C2, D2, something like this. Every cell and every row has got a name. Okay, this is what the basic structure is. So now with this understanding of the spreadsheet, so I will go for understanding how to open the documents with Excel document with OpenPyXL. So as already mentioned, first thing is you got to import this module. After importing, first you have to load the worksheet. Okay, and how do you identify the workbook? By using the file name .xlsx. Okay, so this is how you can go for opening the entire workbook. Okay, so and the name of the method is load_workbook. Okay, we'll go for doing this. So now I am just trying to load this one which I have created right now. Let me take this to copy my present working directory. So my current working directory is where I am now. Copy the address as text. Let me check where I am. Oh. So I'll go to C drive, users, this one Harish PT. This is my current working directory right now. You can just observe it from here. So C drive, here users Harish PT, and this. So I'll keep my file here, my Excel file. So I'll cut this. I'm pasting it here. Okay, I have to close this. Okay, I have the workbook now in my current working directory. Now I want to open this. So I've already imported OpenPyXL. Now I go for running this command. So I'm invoking the method load workbook on from which is available in this module, OpenPyXL module, and I have to pass my workbook name now. Okay. So my workbook name is workbook 1. Workbook 1.xlx. So it is opened. I have the object created with the name WB. Next I'll just go for checking the type of this WB. So it is OpenPY workbook. Okay, it is of type this. Okay, now you understood how to open a workbook. So open workbook function takes the file name and returns the value of the workbook data type. Okay, so and whenever you are working with the workbooks, that is what I made. I copied it to my current working directory. In case the workbook on which you are working, if it is not present inside the current working directory, so then you got to specify the complete path. Here, instead of just writing it as workbook, okay, you have to give the complete path. So just to avoid that confusions, I have copied this workbook one dot XLSX to my current working directory. Now I don't have to worry about the path. Next is now you understood how to get the workbook. Now after getting the workbook, how do we get the sheets? Okay, so you can have multiple sheets inside it. We'll go for creating a few sheets. Okay, so I'll rename this. Let me name this as accounts. Okay, and one more sheet let me add. So balance, I'll rename it to balance. One more I'll add. I'll rename this to transfer. Okay, I've created in this workbook right now 3 sheets I've created. How do I access these sheets? See, first you got to open or you got to connect to the workbook, and then to get the sheets, all the sheets which are there in your workbook. So there is a method called as get sheet names, and all these methods you can easily remember. So they are written in such a way that it can be easily remembered. So invoke the execution of get sheet names on the WB object, and what it returns you is the list of sheets. So you can see here sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, but in our case it is the account sheets, balance sheets, and the transfer sheet. Okay, we'll go for doing this in the interactive Python shell one by one. I've already created the object for the workbook, and it is WB. So now I have to go for invoking the execution of get sheet names on the workbook object. WB.get sheet names. Oh, 1 second. Get sheet names here. Oh, sorry, names it is plural. See, it is giving me sheet 1. Okay, now after doing this I have to save. So it's still not saved. Let me save it. Okay, now I have saved it. Let me run it again still. Let me close and open again. Okay, so sorry. So this object, it was created before renaming. So after creating this object, I renamed. So what I have to do is I have to recreate this object again. So hope people are understanding what I'm saying. So why it is still showing the sheet 1 was the sheet which was earlier. Okay, now even now it is showing the same sheet 1 because this object WB was created before I added these 3 sheets. Okay, now we'll go for creating this WB object once again. Okay, now to get the sheets, now it should give me 3 sheets. See, so list of 3 sheets: accounts, balance, and then transfer. Okay, next. So 2 things you understood now: how to get an access to, how to get connected or associated with a workbook, and after associating with a workbook or creating an object of the workbook, how to go for accessing the sheets from that workbook by using the get sheet names. Okay, next. So next is I'm passing. So after getting the sheet names, okay, I'm using one more, get sheet by name. Okay, so if you're interested in getting all the sheets, you can go for get sheet names. If you're interested in getting only a specific sheet, so then this is the method, get sheet by name, and you got to pass the name of the sheet. Say in this I have 3 sheets or 3 pages, so I'm interested in only this accounts. I need to access this accounts page. Okay, so then get sheet by name is the method what you have to use. Now we'll use that and we'll try to access only the accounts page. WB dot get sheet by name, and now I got to pass the name of the account, name of the sheet, accounts. See, worksheet, accounts. Okay, so this is what I'm accessing, this sheet I'm accessing. Now once I access this sheet, so by writing further statements, I can go for reading the rows and columns from this particular sheet. Okay, so that is what we did. So accessing the sheet 3, so it is saying it's a worksheet which is named as sheet 3. Okay, and now you can also go for checking the type of it. Okay, so type sheet, and it's it. And then if you are interested in getting the title of the sheet, you can also get it. Okay, now I just do this, type of sheet, oh sorry, worksheet, I think it is. Oh no, but I have to, yeah, I have to create an object. Sorry, instead of doing this, so when I want to access this particular page, I need to create an object. Okay, let me create an object with the name sh is equal to this. So now if I say type sh, it's a worksheet. Okay, next is, so if you want to get the title of it, you can say sh dot
ಸರ್ ಆಶಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್, ಅದು ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್. ನನಗೆ
ಯಾರಿಗೆ?
ನಾನು ಮೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ನೆನ್ನೆನೇ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ದು ಅದು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಲಾಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ, ಅದು ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನನಗೆ
ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ sh dot title, so it gives you the title of the worksheet. Okay. Next is, so now if you are interested in getting the active sheet, say for example, so I have these many sheets now, so among these sheets, which is the sheet that is active? Accounts. Okay, so because that is selected, you can see here. Okay, so let me make this as active now, balance. Now I want to get this sheet. Okay, what is that I need to do? So I need to do this. I am creating another object with the another sheet and get the active sheet. Okay, now if I go for doing another sheet dot title, it should say me balance now. So transfer it to say. Okay, sorry. So and all this at the time of creating this object, WB object. So at the time of creating this WB object, which was the sheet that was active, transfer was the active. Okay, now the sheet which is active is balance, and to get this again I have to create the object, workbook object. Let me do that. So I'm creating the workbook object is created. Now I'll go for getting the active sheet. Now it should say me, see, the active sheet now is balance. So now I just say another sheet dot title. So it is, oh my god, so again it is saying transfer. Okay, let me say save and redo all these things. Yeah, now it is balanced. So only thing is this was not saved. Now I've saved this file workbook, and then I did again the execution of all these commands. I got the active sheet as balance. Hope you understood. Hello. Okay. Next thing. So now you understood. So we are going in the hierarchy. First you understood how to get the workbook, and next what you understood was how to get the sheets and how to get the specific sheet by giving the name, and how to get the active sheet. Now getting the cells from the sheets. Okay, this is the next thing. See, so I'm just interested in accessing a few cells from the sheet 1. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So creating the workbook object and then the sheet object. Now sheet of A1. Okay, it says shell sheet A1. Now if I'm interested in getting the value which is present inside the cell A1, sheet of A1 dot value. Okay, so it gives you the value that is present inside the cell A1. Okay, and similarly if you are interested in assigning the value of a particular sheet, so you can also do it by like this: sheet dot b1 is equal to c, and c dot value, when I say, you can see its value is printed. Okay, now let me go for demonstrating the same. Before demonstrating, let me take these accounts and write something here in the cell A1. So let me write 10,000 and save this, because I have to do this, otherwise it will not access. So now again I have to redo all these things. Now my active sheet is accounts itself. Okay, so I need not go by using get sheet by name. I can also go by using get active sheet, because this is the active sheet right now. You can see accounts is selected. I'll go with this. So instead of another sheet, let me just take it as sheet. Okay, so now I want to access the shell A1 of this sheet. How to do that? Sheet of A1. Okay, so now I'll just do type sheet of A1. Okay, type of sheet A1 see, it's saying it's OpenPy cell. Okay, now how do I get the value from this sheet A1 dot value? See that this is the value that we stored into this Excel. Okay, so it is getting this value. Hope it is clear. Okay, now and similarly you can also go for assigning it to a variable. Get the content of it and you can go for assigning it to a variable. Okay, now say for example I want to assign this amount is equal to sheet A1 dot value. So now if I say amount, see amount is 10,000. Okay, this also you can do. And what we have next is so you can also go for printing the row number and the column number of the cell also. Okay, how you have to say c dot row and then c dot column. Okay, so it says row 1 and column B. So because we have this at now for this is at row 1 and column A. I'll just go to this. I'll just try to do amount dot. So here in our case it is not C, it is amount dot row. Okay. It cannot be executed by I have to use str of amount dot row. One second. Okay, so what I have assigned is the value. Sorry. Now if you want to get the row number and column number, so I have to do something like this. Say RC, let me take row column is equal to sheet of A1. So dot value I should not do. Okay, now I can say RC dot row. So row is 1 and RC dot it is I think column, COLUMN column. So column is A, row 1 and column A. So hope you understood till here. Yeah, if you just give it here dot value, it becomes an integer. Okay, so and then int object it doesn't have the attribute row. You have to just make it as a cell, that's all. Sheet of A1, if I say this is a cell which has the attribute row and column, and you can go for executing on it, and that is what this example is. Okay, so now we'll go to the, you understood now how to access a cell, how to access its value, and how to access its row number and column number. Yes, just a second. ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಇದು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ.
ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟವ್ರು ಸರ್. ಕೆಲವರು ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ಹೊಸತ್ತು ರೀಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ?
ಕಳಿಸಿ.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್.
Okay. So normally specifying a column by letter can be tricky to program, because see here rows are identified by the integers and the columns are identified by the letters. Say after Z what we have is something like this: AA, AB, and this is difficult. So while programming it's very difficult to do something like this. So if it is an integer, something like this, just as the rows has got the integers 1 2 3 4, I can go for incrementing it. Okay, so even the columns are also numbered as 1 2 3 4. It was easy for us, it's easy for us to increment the column. You can just write a loop and you can go for incrementing. But now in the Excel we have something like this. The columns are named as the letters A, B, C, D, and after Z till Z it's okay. Okay, you can take the ASCII value of A and you can keep incrementing it by 1, and till Z you can go. But after Z again it is something like AA, AB, correct? No, and it becomes very difficult to program. AA, AB, AC, AD, correct? No? So you cannot iterate. Now in order to easily iterate even over the columns, just as we iterate over the rows by using the integer values, there is an alternative way. So as an alternative you can also get a cell using the sheet cell method. Okay, and pass integer of its row and column keyword arguments. Okay, so the first row or the first column integer is 1, so it always starts from 1 and not from 0. This is what we got to remember. Okay, so what we did earlier, in order to access any of the cell, we were using A1 to access the first cell, and to access the second cell we used to second cell of the same row we used to write it as B1. So now that is not necessary. Even the cell again can be accessed by using a method called as a cell. There is a method called as cell. By using this cell, when you're using this cell, it's not necessary for you to give the column by the letters A, B, C, D. Instead you can also go for addressing the columns by using the integer values 1, 2, 3, something like this. So hope it is clear. Okay, now you can just observe here now. So sheet dot shell, instead of using sheet of the cell name, that is A1 or B1, what I am using is, on the sheet I am invoking the execution of the method cell. I am passing row number and column number. Now when I say row 1, it is the normal row 1. Okay, and since I have told the column 2, so row 1 is nothing but this row, and since I have told column 2, so this is column 1 and this is column 2. So if I say row 1 and column 2, it is going to access you the column cell B1. Okay, so this is how you can go for accessing the cells even without using the names of the column. Okay, now see, when I do that, it is saying it's a cell in the sheet. What shell it is? B1 shell. Okay, and similarly, if I'm interested in getting a value which is stored in that particular cell, I can just invoke again or write the attribute value on this cell. Okay, now we'll go for doing this. I don't have the sheet. Okay, it is amount. I have to create the sheet object. Yeah, let me do that again. Control C. What is the active sheet? Okay, accounts is the active sheet, and let me write something here because I'm interested in accessing this. It was written as apples. Let me write apples here also. 10,000 apples. I have to save it, sorry. So don't forget to save it. Now I'll minimize this. Now I go for creating. Now I just say this. So capital S it is. So row 1, column 2. It is saying the cell from the account sheet, and what sheet it is? B1 sheet. Now I want to access its value. Dot value. See, the value at this cell is apples, and that is obtained. So now you understood the other approach, or an alternative approach to access the cell and the cell values by using the integer row and column number. Okay. So next, so here you understood how to access one particular cell value. Now what if I want to access multiple cell values? So I am running a for loop. For I in range 1 to 8 in step count of 2. Okay, so I am printing the row number. Okay, and then I am also getting the corresponding row and column value. So row number is I and column value remains the same. Okay, so I'm accessing in the alternate fashion. Say for example, let me name this as 1. So I'll just skip this 2 and say something ABC, and then 3 and say something XYZ. Okay, now all these things I need to access. What I'm doing, let me save and go back to my program. I'll create the worksheet again. So it is still running. I know sometime my laptop hangs. No, it's not responding. Yeah, it's little busy. The workbook is not responding. Why? Because it was opened earlier. Now I think I had to perform the close operation. Without closing, I have tried it opening again. So I think for that purpose it has went into the not responding mode. Let me do Control Alt Delete. Okay. Okay. Now it has come back. Okay. Not responding. Let me say restart. Excuse me for a while.